Hi, I'm Aditi, and today we're talking to Dr. Mema about smoking and vaping. For those who might not know, what is tobacco?
Hi Aditi, thank you for coming and for the question. For those who don't know what tobacco is a native plant that was used for ceremonial purposes many years ago, hundreds of years ago, and then the use of tobacco became widespread as smoking and chewing and using in pipes. And tobacco has a substance in it that is called nicotine, and that is can cause addiction.
Okay, and what is vaping?
So vaping is the use of an electronic device to heat a substance that then is inhaled, and that's a habit that is a relatively new occurrence among youth people mainly.
Is smoking and vaping addictive? If so, how quickly after starting could someone become addicted?
Tobacco contains nicotine in addition to a number of other chemicals, and vaping also contains different levels of nicotine. And nicotine is what creates the dependence to cigarettes or to vaping. So after a few days of using that substance, the body starts to crave it. And then you have the impulse to go and use more. And with time, with dependence, what happens is you need to use more and more to satisfy that craving. So yes, those habits, smoking and vaping, are addictive, and that's why we recommend not starting.
What are some of the health risks of smoking and vaping?
The first one that we talked about is addiction. You can become dependent to smoking and vaping, and that has social habits and also financial implications because you have to spend money on it. But mainly the health impacts that there are associated with smoking and vaping are health impacts related to the lung and to the substances that you are inhaling when you smoke or vape. Tobacco contains a large number of chemicals. Through processing tobacco to make it into cigarettes, there is a number of chemicals that are used. And those chemicals, when you inhale them, they stay in your lungs and are known to cause cancer, not only of the lung, but the mouth and other parts of the respiratory system. In addition, tobacco can cause cardiovascular disease. And women, for example, if they smoke while pregnant, they can cause damage to the unborn baby.
How many people in BC smoke?
About 10 to 12% of people in BC smoke. Fortunately, with robust public health efforts, like, for example, banning indoor smoking in restaurants and bars and other types of policies, the number of people smoking in BC has declined, and also in Canada. So less and less people smoke. So it's really important that people are aware, and especially youth are aware, because most people that smoke started when they were young.
What is secondhand smoke?
Secondhand smoke is referred to the exposure of smoke from other people. So somebody is smoking, for example, in a car or in an apartment building or indoors somewhere, and somebody is sitting there next to them and they are inhaling, they're breathing in that smoke that this person is exhaling when they are smoking. So that is causing the person that is being exposed as a secondhand smoke, they can cause issues to their health as well. For example, children that are exposed to secondhand smoke can have asthma or can have ear infections. Secondhand smoke is a concern, and it's something to be aware of.
What would you say are some of the reasons to quit smoking and vaping?
Some of the reasons to quit vaping and smoking are very practical, financial reasons, for example, that you don't want to spend the money on devices or cigarettes. Another reason are social issues. How would your relationships improve if you stopped vaping or if you stopped smoking? But the most important reason is health reasons. So by decreasing or stopping vaping and smoking, you can cut the risk of disease for you.
If someone wanted to quit smoking or vaping, what are their options?
Interior Health has a large number of resources in our website that people can go and browse. We'll point towards where they can find support. We have Quit Now, which is a service that provides support for people who want to quit. And there is also an app, it's called Quash. And people can download that app. It's a not judgmental way of making a plan for quitting vaping or smoking. There are also pharmacological supports for people who want to quit smoking and they are now addicted to nicotine. There are nicotine patches or nicotine gums that will deliver the nicotine that your body is craving without being exposed to all of those toxic chemicals that cigarette or vapes will provide. And there is also, for people who need a stronger way of support for quitting smoking, there are also medications that they can take. In addition to quitting smoking, people can decide to use less. Instead of smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, they may smoke 10 and manage their use that way. And there is also an opportunity for people to make a plan and cut back in their use until they stop completely. So there is a number of options for people who want to quit.
That's great. Dr. Mema, thank you so much for being here today. And if you want more information, you can visit interiorhealth.ca.